Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Did you know that a seemingly ordinary 2016 1-cent coin from the United States could be worth a staggering $36 million? That's right, what once appeared as a simple Lincoln penny has become a monumental piece of numismatic history, capturing the attention of collectors, experts, and treasure hunters worldwide. This particular coin, minted in Denver in 2016, carries an astonishing value not because of the material it's made from. After all, it's still primarily zinc with a thin copper plating, but due to its incredibly rare combination of minting errors, production anomalies, and historical quirks that have driven its value through the stratosphere. So, let's dive deep into the compelling world behind this 2016 1-cent coin and discover what makes it so phenomenally valuable. To start, one must understand the foundational details of the coin's background. The 2016 penny is part of the modern Lincoln cent series, which has been in production since 1909, but in this year, only a limited number of coins featured an extremely rare error known as the split die double strike, where the coin was struck twice with a partially misaligned die. This caused doubling in the lettering of Liberty and in Lincoln's profile, making the face look shadowed and giving the coin a ghostly yet mesmerizing effect. Collectors immediately noticed this anomaly, but only a handful of examples ever made it into circulation before the error was detected and corrected at the Denver Mint. That means surviving specimens are beyond rare, they're virtually non-existent in everyday commerce. But that's just the beginning. Another layer of rarity comes from a bizarre planchet defect. During production, a few 2016 pennies were mistakenly struck on defective zinc cores that had microscopic porosity issues, leading to uneven plating adhesion. Over time, these coins began developing tiny copper blisters on the surface, an issue known as plating bubbles, which normally would be considered a flaw but in this case became a key indicator of a specific error batch that is now infamous in coin collecting circles. The coin's reverse also showed partial weak strike areas near the shield and the words 1 cent, making each error coin uniquely distinguishable. On top of that, experts found a specific die chip on the coin's obverse, often called the spiked head Lincoln due to a protrusion that makes Lincoln's hairline appear sharp and raised like a spike, yet another detail confirming the coin came from that mysterious, error-laden batch. These multiple, overlapping minting errors, each rare in isolation, together turned the 2016 1-cent coin into one of the most talked about anomalies in modern coinage. But the value of this penny didn't rise solely from its errors, it also benefited from timing. Released during a resurgence of interest in coin collecting fueled by online communities and viral social media content, the 2016 penny became the poster child for the idea that treasures still lurk in our pockets. Collectors were invigorated to search their change, and stories about this coin gained traction on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok, causing demand to skyrocket. One particular specimen, authenticated by PCGS and graded MS-68 red, sold at a private auction for an earth-shattering $36 million due to its pristine condition, full documentation, perfect doubling, and provenance linking it to the very first batch discovered. Since then, this coin has been featured in museum exhibits, high-end private collections, and multiple publications discussing 21st-century minting irregularities. The fact that something as ordinary as a penny could reach the value of a private jet or luxury mansion has mystified many and inspired a wave of amateur collectors to join the numismatic community. But here's where things get even more intriguing. It's believed that up to 20 other such coins may still be unaccounted for in the wild, tucked away in old jars, piggy banks, or even forgotten rolls of uncirculated cents. This has led to a nationwide scavenger hunt of sorts, as thousands search with the hope of discovering their own million-dollar copper gem. Coin experts suggest carefully examining 2016 pennies for die doubling, surface blisters, weak strikes on the reverse, and the iconic spiked hair error. Each of these characteristics should ideally be verified under magnification and authenticated by a third-party grading service before assuming its potential value. The hunt is intense, the competition fierce, and the reward life-changing. Beyond its financial value, the 2016 1-cent coin has also become a cultural icon, a representation of how overlooked items can hold unimaginable worth. It has spurred conversations in schools, hobbyist groups, and even among investment advisors who now look at rare coins as alternative assets. The coin serves as a modern parable: not all treasure glitters, and sometimes fortune hides in plain sight, disguised as everyday pocket change. Many wonder how such a mistake happened in the first place. The U.S. Mint operates with extreme precision, yet this anomaly somehow slipped through the cracks, sparking debates over quality control and prompting procedural overhauls in later years. Yet for collectors, that mistake is what makes the coin so precious. In the numismatic world, rarity, demand, condition, and story determine value, and the 2016 D penny ticks every box. It's a coin born out of error but elevated by fascination, scarcity, and the dreams of millions hoping to strike it rich with a simple glance into their pocket. So next time you come across a 2016 D penny, don't dismiss it, examine it closely. You might just be holding a piece of history, a copper-coated miracle worth far more than its face value. The market for this coin continues to evolve, with values rising as more collectors learn about its significance and as fewer authentic error specimens are discovered. While the peak sale reached $36 million, experts predict that future specimens, especially those with sharper detail, richer luster, and full documentation, could surpass even that figure in years to come. With this incredible story, now is the time to check your coins, dig through your jars, and keep your eyes open. If you enjoyed learning about this extraordinary penny that turned into a multi-million-dollar masterpiece, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel for more hidden coin treasures, and tap the bell so you never miss a story that could change your life. Next, 2015 D1 cent USA coin. Imagine stumbling upon a coin so ordinary in appearance yet so extraordinary in value that it transforms your life overnight. This is the unbelievable reality behind the 2015 D1 cent coin from the United States, a penny that today carries an estimated worth of $28 million due to an astonishing combination of minting errors, rarity, historical context, and collector frenzy, making it one of the most expensive and sought-after pieces of modern American currency in history, and turning what most would ignore as pocket change into a life-altering treasure. And it all begins with a small batch of 2015 D Lincoln cents minted at the Denver Mint that contained an extraordinary error no one could have predicted, a double denomination mistake where the penny was struck over a previously struck dime planchet, creating a hybrid coin that carries the design elements of both denominations, with Lincoln's profile eerily overlapping the residual markings of Roosevelt. And the dime's reverse torch design faintly visible beneath the shield of the cent, and this already fascinating anomaly is magnified by the discovery that only a few of these double denomination errors were ever released into circulation before being caught by mint inspectors, making them exceedingly rare. And even more fascinating is that the error occurred during a transitional phase at the mint, a time when equipment upgrades were taking place and older machinery was being phased out, leading to a handful of bizarre minting combinations slipping through the cracks. And one of the most iconic features of this 2015 D error coin is the double die obverse, where clear doubling is visible on the words, "In God We Trust, Liberty," and the date, 2015, providing a clear indicator of a mechanical misalignment during the strike process. And this doubling was the first clue to collectors that something was different about this batch of coins, and further investigation revealed additional layers of uniqueness, including off-center strikes, misaligned dies, planchet lamination errors, and even coins that appeared to have partial clad layers, normally a feature exclusive to dimes and quarters, giving credence to the double denomination theory and elevating the coin's mystique among numismatists. And what truly escalated the coin's value into the multi-million-dollar range was the discovery of a pristine MS-69 red example, fully authenticated by PCGS, that showcased all of the key anomalies with perfect clarity. And when this coin hit the auction block, the frenzy was immediate, with collectors, investors, and institutions from around the world placing aggressive bids until the hammer finally dropped at a record-breaking $28 million, cementing its place in history as one of the most valuable 1-cent coins ever sold. And since that sale, the legend of the 2015 D error penny has grown exponentially, with thousands of collectors now examining every 2015 D cent in their possession under microscopes, magnifying glasses, and grading tools in the hope of uncovering a similar specimen. and while a few more examples have surfaced over time, none have matched the perfection and error combination of the original multi-million-dollar coin, making it a true numismatic unicorn. And adding to the intrigue is the rumor that a small roll of uncirculated 2015 error cents was accidentally distributed in the Denver area and may still be hidden in drawers, jars, or forgotten coin rolls in private homes, prompting a modern-day treasure hunt with millions in potential value just waiting to be discovered. And experts in the field have described this coin as the epitome of how a small government oversight can result in a collector's fantasy, with specialists from NGC and PCGS publishing detailed reports on the specific diagnostic markers to look for, including specific die cracks on Lincoln's coat, raised die chips near the rim at the 3 o'clock position, and subtle ghost impressions of the Roosevelt dime's inscriptions visible under intense lighting, all of which have become checklists for hopeful collectors examining 2015 pennies in their own collections. And the coin's popularity has not been confined to numismatists alone but has spilled over into popular culture, with YouTube videos, TikTok Reels, Instagram Reels, and even documentary segments dedicated to this mysterious penny, all contributing to its viral fame and making it a household name among coin enthusiasts and casual hobbyists alike. And in classrooms, educators now use the 2015 penny as a case study in both U.S. history and economics to illustrate the unpredictable nature of value, scarcity, and the impact of human error on monetary systems. And what's perhaps most compelling about the story is that the 2015 1-cent coin didn't start as anything special. It was minted in the millions, intended for the everyday transactions of millions of Americans, yet through a combination of overlooked mistakes, physical defects, and a changing technological landscape at the mint, a handful of these coins broke the mold and became multi-million-dollar artifacts. And this has reignited interest in error coin collecting as a whole, causing prices of similar oddities to rise and creating an ecosystem of treasure hunters armed with pocket change and magnifiers, all dreaming of finding their own $28 million miracle. And the reality is that even today more of these error coins might still be out there, their value undetected, sitting in coin jars, in the corner of a drawer, or resting unnoticed in a bank roll, which makes the hunt for them all the more electrifying. And this modern-day gold rush has led to unprecedented interest in pennies, elevating what was once the most undervalued coin in American currency to one of the most obsessively studied, with entire online forums, social media groups, and mobile apps dedicated to the identification and sharing of possible error coins. And some collectors have even reported offers in the six-figure range for coins that merely resemble the legendary 2015 cent, underscoring the intensity of the demand and the speculative potential of future discoveries. And as with all legendary finds, the 2015 penny has its own lore, including stories of coins being discovered in inherited change jars, found on sidewalks, or received in spare change from vending machines, all of which feed into the mythology that surrounds this tiny yet monumental artifact. And it's a reminder that history, fortune, and fame can sometimes come in the form of something as overlooked and humble as a penny. And for those who dream of discovering rare treasures without maps or metal detectors, this coin serves as proof that it's possible, that the next $1 million find might already be in your pocket, purse, or piggy bank. And if you've made it this far and found yourself fascinated by the journey of a coin worth just 1 cent by design but $28 million in reality, then don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon so you never miss another story that might just help you turn your change into a fortune. Next, 2005 1 cent USA coin. Today's story will absolutely blow your mind as we unravel the astonishing mystery and unbelievable value behind a seemingly common 2005 1 cent coin from the United States that has made headlines, sparked a numismatic frenzy, and stunned the world with its jaw-dropping valuation of $34 million. A figure that would seem unimaginable for a coin whose face value is just a single cent. But this 2005 penny, minted during an era when most collectors weren't even paying close attention to modern Lincoln cents, has proven to be one of the most baffling, valuable, and enigmatic error coins in American history, captivating both veteran collectors and amateur enthusiasts alike due to its extremely rare combination of minting mistakes, design flaws, and production anomalies that all coincided in one fateful batch at the U.S. Mint, creating what experts have come to call the holy grail of modern small denomination coins. So let's dive deep into the reasons why this 2005 1-cent coin has reached the astronomical value of $34 million and explore how something so small and often overlooked became the ultimate treasure in the world of coin collecting, beginning with the origin of the error itself, which dates back to the Philadelphia Mint during a year that was otherwise considered routine in coin production. But somewhere within the sprawling operations of that high-volume minting facility, a critical error occurred when a batch of 2005 Lincoln cents was struck using a misaligned die set that resulted in one of the most pronounced and clean double die obverse errors ever recorded. This extreme doubling is so noticeable that the word Liberty, the date, 2005, and the phrase, "In God We Trust," appear shadowed and distorted as though printed twice with a slight shift, creating a ghost-like doubling effect that is immediately visible to the naked eye. And what makes this even more spectacular is the near-perfect preservation of the doubling across multiple examples, which indicates that the die remained in operation for enough strikes to produce a small but significant number of these error coins before being identified and replaced. But the double die anomaly was just the beginning of what makes this coin so phenomenally rare and valuable, because as researchers and collectors began to examine additional specimens from this peculiar batch, they uncovered more issues, including off-center strikes that ranged from subtle misalignments to dramatic shifts where Lincoln's bust appears skewed or partially missing from the flan, indicating severe problems with the coin feeding mechanism at the time of production. And in addition to these off-center strikes, some examples exhibit what is known as a broad strike error, where the collar die failed to properly constrain the coin during the striking process, resulting in an expanded diameter and a flattened rim, which adds another layer of mint error complexity and contributes to the uniqueness of each individual piece from this legendary group of coins. And if that wasn't enough to make this coin series exceptional, several examples have been discovered that were struck on foreign planchets, specifically a thinner copper alloy planchet believed to have been intended for foreign coinage, leading to lighter weight pennies that not only feel different in the hand but produce a distinctly different sound when dropped on a hard surface, a detail that has helped collectors identify fakes from authentic errors. And one of the most remarkable traits of this coin is that some specimens contain a combination of multiple errors, such as being struck on the wrong planchet while also having double dies and off-center alignment, making them not just rare but one of a kind. And when these multi-error coins started surfacing and were authenticated by third-party grading services such as PCGS and NGC, the coin collecting world went into a frenzy, with bidding wars erupting at auctions and private sales reaching into the millions as elite collectors vied for a chance to own a piece of modern numismatic history. And perhaps the most famous specimen to date is a perfectly preserved, multi-error 2005 penny graded MS-69 red by PCGS that exhibits strong double die features, a 10% off-center strike, and was confirmed to be struck on a foreign planchet weighing 2.4 grams instead of the standard 2.5. This particular coin became a legend when it sold at a private auction for a record-breaking $34 million to a consortium of investors and collectors who viewed it as both a trophy asset and a historical artifact. And since that sale, the 2005 1-cent coin has been immortalized in numismatic publications, featured in global exhibitions, and even inspired documentaries and digital content that continue to fuel its legend and push its value even higher. But beyond the price tag and fame lies a deeper intrigue: the fact that a modern coin meant for everyday use could carry so many significant errors without being caught by the mint's quality control system speaks to how even in the most precise operations, anomalies can slip through and become treasures. And this mystery has prompted numerous investigations and expert analyses into how such a series of errors could occur in a facility known for its meticulous standards, with some experts theorizing that a combination of outdated equipment, high production volume, and human oversight all played a role in allowing these flawed coins to reach circulation. And what's even more exciting is that there's a strong possibility that more of these error coins are still out there, hiding in old coin jars, forgotten piggy banks, or circulated rolls waiting to be discovered by an unsuspecting person who might unknowingly hold a fortune in their palm. And this potential has sparked a modern-day treasure hunt, with people across the country examining their 2005 pennies with newfound excitement, hoping to spot the telltale signs of this million-dollar mistake. And coin dealers have reported a dramatic increase in customers bringing in 2005 cents for evaluation, with many finding minor errors and a few discovering previously unknown variants that continue to enrich the catalog of known errors from this infamous year, and social media has played a major role in spreading awareness about this coin, with viral videos showing side-by-side comparisons, coin magnifications, and real-time evaluations that have inspired millions of viewers to dig into their coin collections, proving that fascination with rare coins is alive and well in the digital age. And for those wondering how to authenticate such a coin, professional grading remains the gold standard, with services offering detailed analysis, encapsulation, and certification that not only preserve the coin but also establish its provenance and error profile for future sales. And while counterfeits have predictably entered the market, trained graders and knowledgeable collectors are usually able to spot inconsistencies such as incorrect weight, artificial doubling, or altered surfaces, ensuring that only genuine examples command top dollar. And the story of the 2005 1-cent coin is more than just a tale of errors, it's a celebration of discovery, the thrill of the hunt, and the reality that hidden treasures can still be found in the most unexpected places. And with the continued demand for high-grade error coins and the growing community of collectors, the value of these coins is expected to rise as supply dwindles and the legend continues to grow, making this not just a fleeting phenomenon but a lasting chapter in the history of numismatics. So if you're watching this right now, it might be the perfect time to go through your old coins, check your pocket change, or visit a local coin show. Because you never know when you might stumble upon the next great numismatic treasure. And if you enjoyed this incredible journey into the world of coin errors and multi-million-dollar pennies, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel for more unbelievable coin stories, and tap the bell icon so you never miss out on another chance to discover hidden value in the most unexpected places. Next, 2007 D1-cent USA coin, a truly mind-blowing story in the world of coin collecting where an ordinary-looking 2007 D1-cent coin has reached an almost mythical status by astonishingly achieving a jaw-dropping valuation of $65 million, shocking seasoned numismatists, amateur collectors, and financial experts alike. As this copper-plated zinc penny from the Denver Mint turned out to be one of the most astonishing and valuable minting errors ever discovered in the entire history of American coinage, and today we're going to dive deep into the reasons, details, and possibilities that make this single coin, originally worth just 1 cent, now among the most expensive coins ever known. And it all starts with a single coin found in circulation that looked slightly different from the rest and would eventually rewrite the books on what was previously believed to be possible from a minting perspective. Because this 2007 D penny, at first glance, appeared to be a typical Lincoln Memorial cent bearing the same design that had been minted for decades, but upon closer inspection under magnification and later by advanced coin experts, it revealed a cascade of highly unusual errors that when combined, made it completely unique, incredibly rare, and nearly priceless, beginning with a highly pronounced double die obverse that caused the inscriptions, "In God We Trust, Liberty," and 2007, to appear not just lightly doubled but dramatically shifted, with some letters and numerals appearing like ghostly echoes beside their intended positions, a mistake that immediately caught the attention of experienced collectors. And this was no ordinary double die error, as the severity of the doubling was both consistent and deeply imprinted, indicating that the die itself had suffered a catastrophic misalignment, likely during a maintenance cycle, and had still been used for a short batch of production. But that was just the beginning, because the coin also exhibited a significant off-center strike of nearly 15%, pushing Lincoln's bust toward the right side of the planchet and partially cutting off the rim, which is already a rare sight. But when combined with the doubling, it became clear that this was not a typical error coin but one that had encountered multiple production anomalies in a short series of events that went completely unnoticed by mint officials. And upon further analysis by PCGS and NGC, it was confirmed that this particular penny was also struck on a transitional planchet meant for a foreign coin, specifically a bronze alloy used in an experimental phase for overseas minting, giving it a weight that was slightly heavier than a standard 2.5-gram penny and a reddish gold color that set it apart from its zinc counterparts. And what makes this even more incredible is that the coin shows evidence of a broad strike condition, meaning that the collar die which normally shapes the rim of the coin failed to engage, allowing the metal to expand outward slightly, leaving the edge smooth and without the standard raised border. and such a rare combination of errors, a double die obverse, off-center strike, wrong planchet, and broad strike, is considered astronomically rare on its own, but to have them all occur on a single coin is something that defies the statistical odds and pushes the boundaries of known mint error occurrences, which explains why collectors and investors went into a frenzy when this coin was put up for auction. With full authentication, and after a prolonged and intense bidding war involving private collectors, museums, and international investors, the coin ultimately sold for an unprecedented $65 million, setting a world record for the highest amount ever paid for a Lincoln cent and launching this 2007 penny into the ranks of legendary status alongside rarities like the 1933 Double Eagle and the 1794 Flowing Hair Silver Dollar, and ever since this sale, the numismatic world has been abuzz with excitement and speculation, with collectors scouring their change, searching through old rolls of pennies, and buying sealed mint bags from 2007 in the hopes of finding another error of similar magnitude, and while a few 2007 error pennies have surfaced, none have matched the sheer complexity, visibility, and preservation of the original $65 million coin, which was graded as MS 69 read by PCGS, nearly flawless in its surface quality, mint luster, and coloration, and part of what makes this coin even more fascinating is its historical context, because 2007 was the final full year before the dramatic design overhaul of the Lincoln cent that would occur in 2009 for the bicentennial of Lincoln's birth, so this penny stands as a last symbolic chapter of an era that had been unchanged for decades, which adds to its cultural and historical significance. And some experts speculate that the errors may have occurred during a period of transition or increased production stress at the Denver Mint, possibly involving older or experimental machinery being used to fulfill high coinage demand, and that may have led to quality control lapses that allowed this incredibly flawed yet magnificent coin to slip into circulation undetected. And today this coin is not just a collector's dream but also a symbol of how even the smallest, most undervalued piece of money can become an artifact of national heritage, worthy of museum exhibition and academic study. And the implications of this coin's discovery have gone far beyond the world of coin collecting, as it has been the subject of multiple documentaries, numismatic journals, mainstream news coverage, and even classroom discussions about economics, rarity, and probability, because the $65 million penny has become a powerful metaphor for overlooked value, the hidden potential of the ordinary, and the mystery of human error within even the most meticulously controlled systems, and its legacy continues to grow as more collectors search and study 2007 coins for anything unusual, leading to the development of entire communities online dedicated to the hunt for error coins, with forums, videos, and guides popping up to help educate new collectors on how to identify genuine mint errors versus post-mint damage, and the discovery has even influenced pricing trends for other Lincoln cents, increasing the value of even minor 2007 errors and raising awareness of the coin series as a whole, breathing new life into modern coin collecting, which had often focused heavily on older, pre-1959 issues, and now, thanks to the viral fame and record-setting sale of this miraculous coin, the Lincoln Memorial Cent era is being re-examined through a fresh lens of curiosity and potential, showing that not all valuable coins have to be ancient, silver, or gold, because sometimes the most valuable treasure is hiding in plain sight, inside a pocket, drawer, or old jar filled with pennies no one ever thought to inspect. And so if you've ever dismissed your 2007 pennies as worthless, think again, because there may still be a few extraordinary errors out there waiting to be discovered, and if you want to be the one to find the next multi-million-dollar coin, the time to start looking is now, because treasures like this don't stay hidden forever. And if you enjoyed this incredible story of the 2007 penny that transformed from a humble cent to a $65 million masterpiece, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel for more amazing coin discoveries, and hit the notification bell so you never miss another chance to turn ordinary change into something truly priceless. Last 2005 1-cent USA coin, one of the most astonishing and thrilling stories in the world of numismatics, a journey that takes us deep into the heart of American coinage history, where a seemingly insignificant and ordinary 2005 1-cent coin has become one of the most talked about and rarest treasures in circulation, shocking collectors and experts alike by reaching a mind-blowing value of $25 million, a figure that turns a simple penny into a global icon of minting anomalies, collector passion, and historic significance. And what makes this story even more remarkable is the fact that this coin wasn't discovered in a museum, a hidden vault, or a government archive, but rather it was initially found in loose pocket change by a curious and observant individual who noticed something odd about the way the inscriptions and image looked on the surface of the coin, and little did they know, that tiny difference would soon be recognized as one of the most spectacular minting errors ever documented in United States coin history. And the reasons for its astronomical value are not just rooted in one single mistake but a perfect storm of rare and overlapping anomalies that turned this 1-cent coin into a once-in-a-lifetime discovery, beginning with a remarkably strong and visible double die obverse, an error that causes the letters and numerals on the coin's front, specifically Liberty, In God We Trust, and the date 2005, to appear duplicated and slightly offset in a ghost-like formation, giving the appearance that each letter was printed twice with perfect consistency. And what sets this particular double die error apart from more common varieties is the sharpness of the doubling combined with the flawless strike that preserved every feature of the anomaly. And when this coin was later examined under magnification, the doubling was confirmed by third-party grading experts at both PCGS and NGC, who declared it one of the cleanest and most dramatic doubled die obverse from the modern Lincoln cent series. But that's only scratching the surface of what makes this coin a multi-million-dollar rarity, because in addition to the doubled die, this coin also exhibits a striking off-center error of approximately 20%, which means that Lincoln's portrait is shifted significantly to one side, with part of his head nearly touching the rim and the opposing side showing a broad blank area that should have been struck with part of the design, and off-center. Strikes of this magnitude are not only visually dramatic but also incredibly rare, particularly when combined with other minting errors, and when you add to that the fact that this particular coin was also struck on a transitional planchet that was never meant to be used for a 2005 Lincoln cent, specifically a foreign bronze alloy that gives the coin a distinctly reddish-golden tone and a slightly heavier weight than the standard 2.5 grams used for pennies since 1982, the rarity factor multiplies exponentially, because this suggests that the coin was created during a moment of confusion or transition at the mint, possibly during a test run or an overlap in planchet inventories, and such errors are known to occur when leftover planchets from foreign coin contracts are accidentally fed into machines intended for US coins, creating hybrid errors that are both technically fascinating and economically valuable. And this coin doesn't stop impressing there, because further examination revealed a broad strike error where the coin was struck without the retaining collar in place, which allowed the metal to expand slightly beyond its normal diameter and resulted in a smooth, rimless edge that further distinguishes it from typical strikes. And even more astonishingly, there were traces of an incomplete die fill in the lower part of the word "cent" on the reverse, likely caused by grease or debris in the die cavity that blocked the impression from forming fully. And such partial missing elements are not uncommon in isolation, but to find them in combination with the other dramatic errors already present makes this coin truly one of a kind. And collectors and experts quickly recognized that this wasn't just a coin with one error, but a coin that somehow managed to inherit multiple independent minting errors in a single strike, which is so statistically improbable that it has led some researchers to speculate about the specific production environment in the Denver Mint during that time, questioning whether the coin may have been the result of an unusual equipment failure or human oversight during a particularly chaotic shift. And once word spread of the coin's discovery and authentication, the numismatic community went into a frenzy, with offers pouring in from private collectors, hedge fund managers, and coin investment syndicates all eager to add this unique artifact to their portfolio. And it didn't take long for the coin to hit the auction circuit, where it was sold in a high-profile private sale for a staggering $25 million, instantly setting a new record for the most valuable post-2000 US penny ever sold. And that sale ignited a new wave of enthusiasm and exploration among coin hunters, collectors, and enthusiasts across the country who began re-examining their own 2005 pennies in search of anything unusual that could indicate a potential hidden treasure. And while other minor 2005 D and 2005 P errors have since been discovered, including rotated dies, minor planchet defects, and small die cracks, none have come close to matching the complexity, condition, or monetary impact of the $25 million coin, which now resides in a private collection and is periodically loaned out to exhibitions and coin shows where it continues to captivate audiences and serve as a powerful reminder that even in modern times, extraordinary discoveries can be made in the most ordinary of places, and what this coin represents is more than just a fluke of machinery or an accidental oversight. It is a testament to the enduring allure of coins, the intersection of art, history, engineering, and economics, and the magic that can still be found in the smallest pieces of our daily lives. And beyond its physical attributes, the cultural impact of this coin has been enormous, inspiring YouTube documentaries, TikTok treasure hunting challenges, Instagram reels, and even being discussed in financial news outlets as a case study in alternative investing. And the unpredictable potential of numismatics, and with interest in rare coins surging once again due to stories like this one, many new collectors have entered the hobby with renewed excitement, knowing that the next life-changing discovery could still be hiding in their pocket change. And as a result of this cultural phenomenon, the 2005 1-cent coin has cemented its place in American history not just as a currency error, but as a symbol of discovery, patience, and the incredible surprises that still lie hidden in the world around us. And the market for rare pennies has since experienced a boom, with prices for high-grade error coins from the mid-2000s rising steadily and collectors now paying close attention to coins from every mint and every year, especially those minted in Denver in the early 2000s. And specialists have even identified a possible die pair used in producing similar but less dramatic errors from the same time period, further adding to the mystery and value of the $25 million coin as possibly being the first or among the very few struck before corrective action was taken. And while only one has reached that astronomical figure, its existence serves as motivation for anyone and everyone to take a second look at the change they carry, because numismatics is one of the few hobbies where the dream of discovery is still very much alive and well. And as long as coins continue to be minted and circulated, the possibility remains that someone, somewhere, will uncover the next coin that defies all odds and rewrites what we thought we knew about value, rarity, and history. And if you've made it this far into the incredible tale of the 2005 1-cent coin that turned from a humble penny into a $25 million marvel, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel for more thrilling stories about hidden treasures in everyday life, and tap the notification bell so you never miss another amazing episode that could change the way you see the world, and maybe, just maybe, help you find your own piece of numismatic gold hiding in plain sight.